Alright, earth signs, you could be popular online or watching someone who is. If you had a question, the answer is yes. You may do better when you decide alone, so make sure you're not getting a lot of people's opinions or thoughts about something, okay? You may have some type of fear or worries about an intense situation, but you have protection and you should already know that you're protected. Now that you know, now move. You could be having some type of surprise either now or by July, or maybe dealing with the Cancer. You could be booking a flight within the next 6 months and or just going somewhere, and then within the next 6 months it could be important. You may be walking away from someone this weekend. Go get your hair done or treat yourself. You did your job, or you're doing a good job. Someone around you could be losing their job, okay? You're protected from any type of negative forces beyond your control, even if somebody's trying to manipulate your energy. You also kind of have this relief. It's like, thank God I found the good and goodbye. Like, I'm okay that this is over, case is closed, okay? You may not be around a toddler or a child this weekend, or you may just be around yours or someone else's, okay? Somebody could have a loud TV or a phone. You may feel like you're losing some type of case and or you're failing to prove a point. You're gonna have to let something go. It seems like a stretch, or you need to stretch. Alright, earth signs for this weekend. Keep going is the name of the game. Okay, in due time, things will all pan out. You could be starting completely over and staying to yourself right now, but I also feel like some of y'all are coming out of the house. Like, again, congratulations, you got surprised, and congratulations out here, so it's going to be a happy surprise. Someone you know is a part of the LGBTQA community. They don't want to be ignored, though. Okay, but you need to set the boundary or it will go far now that the truth is out. Or the truth is going to be out about somebody who have a lot of deception going on in the background. All right, take a minute for yourself, by yourself. You could be looking good again, especially if you're changing your hair or doing something for yourself. Stability returns. Enjoy it. There could be a timeline issue. You also could be having a long talk with a sibling or a family member. You could be promoted to a leadership role or something. You're not sure about it, or you don't see it coming yet. There's a situation you don't want any parts of. All right, water signs. Let's do your weekend confirmations. What's going on for water signs? The initial G could be important, first one or last. You could be falling in love with someone, or you're wanting to, but you're trying to keep it G, okay? You may need to keep in or raise your boundaries. Someone being weird to you and just being weird in general is not the same thing. You could be moving back in with someone, including a family member. Someone around you does love you, even if you can't be with them, okay? Stay the course, trust the process. You may be waist deep in a person and or a project. There is going to be a plot twist, whether good or bad. You could have given to the homeless, or someone's going to give to you if you don't have any stability. Someone out here has some type of bad sex. It just is what it is. You may not I'm not saying that they're sick, it just may not be enjoyable as you want it to be. All right, somebody don't really want to talk to their parents, or somebody's ignoring a call from their child. If you had a time question, the answer is June, or someone who was born in June. Slowly but surely you will get ahead, okay? You could be dealing with a younger woman and or just have a younger child, like a daughter, okay? A sex-based relationship is out here. You also will get approved from some type of home or apartment. There is going to be some type of approval and or improvement with your stability. You're realizing that everything is temporary, okay? How much more do you need to see when it comes to this person? Don't be cool with disrespect. Again, you need to create boundaries. Something about the next 48 hours could be important. When it comes to the next 48 hours, all right, there may be some type of grief and or regret, okay? Maybe you regret working with someone, you regret not paying attention to the details, and you realize it's time to move on. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Capricorn, or an Aries, or it's about one of these people. Okay. All right, anybody but them. You need to get more rest. Somebody will pay you back if they owe you. Get the facts before you react, okay? You need to be open to a second chance, or you're going to want someone else to be open. The initial you could be important. You got their attention or they got yours. Politely excuse yourself from any negativity, even if y'all live together, even if it's your family, but someone is keeping a secret, okay? All right, air signs. I don't know. Somebody could be going through your phone while you're in the shower. Maybe you're going through somebody else's. I don't know. What's going on this weekend for air signs? Okay, you could be frustrated. You may be feeling like something is not fitting in, or the picture is just not as ideal as you prefer it to be. There is some type of success out here with some type of good plans and hard work, okay? If you love them, go for it, but it has to be a two-way street. Tell someone that you trust. They do have advice, okay? You're not giving yourself enough credit. There could be a Pisces in your energy, as well as someone who's a brother. Someone got caught up in a situation. Maybe you feel like you exhausted all options when it comes to trying to saving yourself and or getting some type of credit and or vindication. Success comes from completing goals this weekend. You may have a battle in your finances, and you're not sure what you need to pull back on, okay? Again, talk to someone that you have advice. You're going to be grateful for it. Whatever they tell you, you're going to realize it's the best advice you can take. The initial Z is important, first, middle, or last. You're going to have a period of prosperity and abundance, and it's going to come after whatever issue you're having now. Amazing sex is out here. Okay, be careful, wrap it up, be safe, have fun. A period of frustration, again, so it's kind of like you're back and forth with your emotions. The next 48 hours could be important for you. Congratulations in advance. It may feel like your home is falling apart or the people around you are, okay? You may want a vacation or be taking a vacation physically or mentally, but be careful with the people you give another chance because they will backstab you again. All right, next 48 hours for air signs. What's going on in the next 48 hours? All right, you may be in your head, okay? Somebody regrets something, but they'll never tell it to you, just FYI. You may be in your head. You may have some type of anxiety over someone else. This could be a Pisces or an Aries. Why? You feel like they have some type of influence or hold over someone's emotions. And someone's not listening to you. Maybe this is closing you out or making you feel abandoned from your relationship, and this is something that you invested in. You're trying to be practical and kind of wait, but at the same time you're feeling like the victim. Okay, this could happen, and you could be feeling like this for the next 48 hours. All right, final confirmations for air signs. Again, congratulations. You could be about a new job, new finances, new stability, or just something going in your favor. Don't buy that car. It's not going to be stable right now. Again, the initial G could be important. You could be falling in love. All right, fire signs, confirmations for this weekend. All right, you saw his or her red flags, okay? Stress kills. Even when you don't feel like you're stressing, you low-key are. Your ears could be popping in or ringing. Make sure you're not worrying about tomorrow. Something has to be clipped, trimmed, and or cut off. You also may be giving someone a haircut or going to get a haircut. Make sure you're not cheating yourself. You need to keep in or raise your boundaries and get more rest. Okay, anybody but them, you may have to cut something off, or you may be hearing that song, it ain't nothing to cut that off. You may be really getting away from someone or walking away. You may feel like there's a child that was left behind or just not as caught up as they need to be, or maybe it's not as connected. Maybe something this weekend is going to be fun for you. You're going to be excited. You're like, yeah, that was fun. Somebody could be under the impression that you sell stuff, or maybe you used to, or something like this, okay? You got to believe in this idea more. Try it. Put yourself in the spotlight. You are a star. You could be hearing some type of gossip or rumors about someone, okay? Something about college could be important, or someone who met someone in college and they're a star. Someone will listen. A Capricorn is out here, or about Capricorn season is the time frame. You need to be proud of yourself, but also stop trying to convince other people in or people please, okay? Somebody's trying to come in with some type of conflict. They haven't learned their lesson, and or they're not really willing to learn. Aries, you could be important, but you could be pissed at where you are in life. If so, go for a walk, go for a hike, especially if there's something that pops up and you just don't really know what to say, don't really know how to react. Something about the DMV, your license or your car, something official could be going on this weekend. Hopefully you're not getting pulled over and you have to deal with some type of services that's closed. Okay, your self-talk is what's blocking you. Someone with the initial P could be important. I was also thinking about this song. You done with OPP? Yeah, you know me. All right, they need to catch up. Don't slow down. Something about graffiti or tattoos could be important. You are going to be excited this weekend, or just something that kind of gets you going. Don't feel bad about something that you have to be firm with or regarding, okay? You could be making a big purchase, but make sure you check your finances and or your stability with your job. But overall, a wish will be granted.